Well, hello YouTube, Sunday morning, and good morning to you. Hope you're having a great weekend. I did a video a couple of days ago, and there was great participation. Thank you so much for telling us whether you are a buy and hold or a churn and burn silver stacker. And just to recap really quickly, buy and hold are individuals that just buy it and tuck it away for posterity. And churn and burn are those that also do some selling, so some trading, some selling. They are working with hot coins and releases and selling things to gain working capital to invest back in their stack, but they are also stackers because they are building a stack as they do it. So what are the results? Okay, drum roll please. Here we go, and not far off what I would have thought. And some of the responses were very nuanced. I'm going to go back and read them for you so you get to know the members of your community. But we had 71 total responses. 52 were pure buy and hold, and that is 73%. 19% were churn and burn, people that sell parts of their stack periodically, and or buy and hold. So if you were both a churn and burn and a buy and hold, you went into the churn and burn camp. And then some other people had longer explanations, and I most likely put you into the churn and burn category. So vast majority of silver stackers just buy it and tuck it away. And I would also think the vast majority of silver stackers are weight stackers. And I use the term stacker very, very loosely just because I want to. But that also includes collectors. But for those of you that just put on the weight, a lot of those are buy and hold, clearly, because you know, it's very hard to make money buying and selling bullion, although you can. Anyway, so about 75% buy and hold, about 25% churn and burn. Let's go back and see the responses. Hold on. All right, we're back in the comments, and this has been very interesting because a lot of you guys I know really well, some of you I don't know as well, and some people are brand new. So I always enjoy learning more about our fellow YouTubers. So let's go ahead and go through these and find some interesting comments. AU Rebel, a longtime stacker. I'm a buy and hold, but I do like to buy a small percentage per month of low mintage or rare coins to flip or bars to flip. Roger S. Buy and hold. My stack is for generational transfer of wealth. 4 thumbs up on that, so that carries some weight there because 4 people who didn't comment probably did a thumbs up on that. Shiny Package, my good friend. Buy and hold with a question. Everything I do is for my daughter. Thanks, Louie. George Seifert, buy and hold. Price based for long term. Harry Zero, 156. I'm buy and hold, but I buy extra of limited series to fund later issues. I don't sell just because the price goes up. Well, that's a little confusing if you don't sell. Okay, so you know, some people will they have the philosophy of buying more than one, but they haven't yet sold their extras, and that works as well. So I'd put you more in the churn and burn, but if you haven't been doing much selling, I guess you're buy and hold for now. And I do recommend to people that have that plan to sell down the road to, you know, try to sell a couple things just to see the effort involved. There is a great deal of effort in selling coins, in my opinion, and you want to know that before you stack up, you know, a gross of proof coins that you plan on selling later. Doctor Who, collector first, stacker second, flipper never. Okay, gotcha. Bigfoot Silver, Hide and Seeker. Losing Louie, actually buy, hold, and burn. Thanks for your video. Total Bullion, not enough volatility to make flipping worth it for me. Buy and hold here. Nice slideshow too. You're welcome. Yeah, volatility does make it easier to flip bullion. However, you don't need volatility to flip collector coins. Silver vessel, buy and hold for the most part, other than generic, I get to melt, then sell. And vessel is a silver pourer, part of Metals Mafia, so a lot of us buy the generic at or close to spot, and then we turn it into art and we sell that. I don't put that into the churn and burn category. That's just that's making art to me. So we'll call you a buy and hold. Redneck stacker, I'm buy and hold. I hold for retirement. Redneck, I'd be curious if you hold silver or you hold silver and gold. I'm definitely a proponent of having gold in the stack for retirement. And I know Backyard Bullion talks a lot about his gold bullion pension stack. Silver giveaways. Buying and holding while silver is at such a great discount. Right on. It's also a great way to save for a rainy day if needed. Great video, thank you. David Lee. Yeah, cool. Silver hair stacker. Oh, silver hair, good to see you. I am 80% buy and hold, 20% churn and burn. Silver hair stacker is retired now, and he is doing eBay quite a bit, but he buys lockers and he flips those. He's making a lot of money doing that, so he probably doesn't need to sell coins. For instance, I bought $200 worth of sterling flatware last Saturday for $5. Oh, you're killing me, dude. I have already sold $200 worth of it on eBay with about 5 ounces left to sell. That stuff gets sold very quickly. On the other hand, my progeny will have to dig the American Eagles and such out of my cold, dead hands. And they sure will, because we don't live forever, and eventually the grubby group gets everything, huh? Unless you leave it to your kitty cats. All right, that's cool, Silverhair. Please give Silverhair a sub. It's always interesting to see what he's up to. Of course, when he says he got sterling silver flatware, what he means is he took, you know, a 2-hour ride in the hot Texas sun to stand around and auction and bid for lockers and then clear out those lockers or go to garage sales or estate sales. This is a hard-working man here, so don't think he got this easily. Or maybe he did, maybe it was lucky, but this guy works his butt off to find these deals. Ania, buy and hold until the price is right to sell. I can't have children, so no passing on to my kids. I think it's a great idea for families and generations to come. Yes, I agree completely, and thank you, my friend. That's a great plan. CD35 collector. Silver, churn and burn. Gold, buy and hold. Well, you know what? I think we have that in common. I rarely sell gold, you know, in my eBay store. The premiums, I mean, the charges are just so high. A 10% fee to sell a piece of gold is really hard to make your money back. The exception has been some fractional pandas and some sovereigns and so forth, which had really, really good premiums. But I am also, I would say generally, a buy and hold for gold, but I'm a churn and burn for silver. Eric, buy and hold for me. Yes, sir. Rocks Dude. He's got a great collection. If you haven't checked out his videos, please do. An amazing collection. I'm kind of both. I hold gold and dragons and flip other stuff, some short-term and some long-term. Okay, I'm going to call you a CB. Silver Slacker, 97% buy and hold, 3% churn and burn. Yes, I know sometimes he does sell, but he is basically a long-term stacker. Pardon me, I got to get a sip of my coffee here, and I want to talk about Silver Slacker for a minute. Ah, did you get the slurp? There you go. You know, Slacker's plan, I don't know if you've watched his videos, well, who hasn't? But his plan is to play the gold and silver ratio. So he is stacking heavy amounts of weight. I think he said he wanted his body weight, and then he went beyond that in silver. But his plan is to convert his silver to gold, which means he'll have to sell it, right? When the gold to silver ratio is optimal in the other direction. which if it's 85 right now, that means, you know, stack silver, for example. But when it gets down to 50 or 40, I'm not sure what his trigger point is, and Carl Ushanka can give us the mathematical equations for that in his book, Trade the Ratio. But when that gold to silver ratio drops substantially, let's say below 50, he plans on selling all of his silver and buying gold. And then I imagine that will be his pension stack. Okay. Silverback Stacker, Camp 3, Ba Spa Ka Biz Ga Kam Aga Ma Ka. Okay, sounds like a Girl Scout song. Building a stack, but buying and selling as I build it so I can gain working capital to add more ounces or more collector coins. And he is also a silver artist, so I know that he is also buying melt and selling pores. But I'm going to call you a CB guy. Let's see, HODL 66. Do you buy cryptos? Buy and hold. Might be inclined to sell silver and buy more gold with proceeds when ratio becomes more favorable. Here's another Trade the Ratio fan, I believe. So absolutely, that is a really cool strategy, but you have to have the patience of Job to just wait and wait and wait for that ratio to change. And the collector coins, a lot of people are not talking about collector coins, but a lot of the C and B people are into the collector coins. Stacker Noob UK, mostly buy and hold, but I do sell pieces I'm no longer fond of. Okay, I do that too, but I'm no longer fond of them when they stop appreciating. Let's see, Sorg Kill, buy and hold for me. Cool avatar. Quick Stack McGraw, buy and hold, my friend, unless I see a guitar and have to have one. Oh, tell me about it. I love guitars. Hey, Quick Stack, would guitars have been a better investment than silver and gold? I don't know, man. I see some of those, you know, 69 Strats going for 30 grand. Sometimes I wonder. Silver Baggins. Oh, can I call you Baggins without get a copyright strike? Sorry about your troubles, buddy. Let's see. Buy and hold. Buy HRN. Burn. Buy hold RN? I don't know what that means. Did I say RN? Let's see. Corn Dog. To keep it simple, churn and burn. I buy melt to sell art, laugh out loud, to buy more melt. Okay, I'm going to call you a silver artist, and but I'm sure you're a buy and hold as well. I know you've got a piece of mine at least. Let's see, Centurion Silver. I used to be a buy and hold, but things slid a bit towards CF. I guess he means churn and burn. And I was like, WTF. That was BS. I've since gone BD. I don't know what BD is for things. Finally get OM. And now life is 10-4 because of my OCD. I feel it's best. I'm a churn and burn. There you go. I know he has an eBay store. Greg, buy and hold. The collector inside of me won't let go of the coins I own that have seen appreciation. Oh man, yeah, but somebody's going to have to sell them someday. I believe Greg is on the younger side, but those of us getting older, you also have to worry about your family. Like, and what do they do with your PF70 wedge tail 5-ounce eagle in the slab, you know? So, you know, I want to avoid my family having to go to a coin shop or do auctions. I don't plan on dying for a long time, so I'm not liquidating yet, but someday I will. Let's see, buy and hold, no debt, all good. That's AdCap77. What's in a name? My LCS is churn and burn, and I am buy and hold. You know what they say, opposites attract. Oh, so maybe he has an LCS, and that's where he sells, but he buys and holds for himself. That's possible. John G, buy and hold some junk silver once. Buy hold, some junk silver. I mean, maybe he means he sold some junk silver once. And that's a bum deal selling junk silver. You guys ever traded out your junk silver? Man, you can't get squat for it. Sorry, I was cut off at the 15-minute mark there. I can't believe how long-winded I am. Sometimes I think I just make videos to listen to myself talk. But I want to get through this. Let's see. John G. Buy, hold, but sell junk silver. He sold junk silver once. I was saying that junk silver has been a true disappointment for me. And I've been stacking hard for about 5 years now, aside from the gold I bought, many, many years ago. But, I have lost probably more money on junk silver than on many, many other things. For the longest time, junk silver carried a really substantial premium. And I used to stack the mercs, right? I loved the mercs. I still love the mercs. And I would stack other coins too, with lower premiums. But I paid, for the longest time, 14 times face for those mercs. And I have a substantial amount of them. And now, it is not unusual to see them trading at spot. And I know some friends of mine have bought the giant bags, from APMEX or whatnot, and just taken a tremendous beating when they sold those back to the LCS or to APMEX. So I guess if you're buying junk at spot now, there's no risk. But I've lost a fair amount of money on junk silver. Now, of course, I always intended to go back through them and look for rare varieties. My plan with the mercs was to get a lot of mercs and then stash them for 30 years, and then let my kids look through them for collector coins, because nobody's going to be selling mercs for junk silver in 30 years. I don't know if that plan will work or not, but so far I have taken a beating on my junk. Okay, moving on. Graham Diamond. Check out the Graham Diamond show if you haven't. He's got a great channel. He loves coins. Churn and burn for me, Louie. I do hold gold and a few small and a few silver pieces. Oh, so he is, maybe he's more of a seller. I didn't know that. Greg Waddle. I'm totally right or wrong, a buy and hold. Well, you're with the majority of people, so it must be right. Tomoko. Hey, Dean, how you doing? Buy and hold here for sure. I'm considering moving some older coin sets I haven't looked at in years, though. And I think that depends, partly again on who you're planning on leaving your stack to and whether they would appreciate that stuff. Darius Patel. Why sell anything you adore? Yes, you can sell what you dislike, like you bought something and you have buyer's remorse. Yeah, I've done that. Choice is yours, as it's your hard-earned money. I buy what I like, not what others think or perceive it. Let me see if I can expand this. My question is, why would you buy something if you dislike it? Well, I've bought stuff I dislike because I can sell it and make money on it, often in the first 30 days. But, I don't buy anything I heavily dislike. For example, that really idiotic Britannia from a couple years ago, the proof, I love Britannia proofs. I adore them. I would never buy a coin like that. Just because I hated it, right? I couldn't stand having that thing in my stack. And Regal Stacker, he busted his up with a hammer. He hated him so much. Do you buy perfume, jeans, shoes, etc. just because it's in vogue? Yeah, probably. Ask yourself again and again, why am I buying this? To cherish it or to perish it? I really like this comment. There's a lot in here to digest. They say buy what you like. There's a lot in there because, if you do get stuck with it, you like it. And your family will probably like it too. Are you being pushed around by, the marketeers of the world? There's a lot of that on YouTube, the pumping of new coins, and, I have to apologize to the extent that I'm involved in that. But you can't sort out the cool stuff from, the dregs and the duds unless you do take a look at it. I kind of liken it to baseball. I mean, there are teams that no reason you should ever watch, one of their games, but you just love them for some reason. I don't know. There's a lot in this comment. I have to ponder that some more. Thank you, Darius. La Plata Peak. Buy and hold for sure. Not to say that I haven't sold silver to purchase gold periodically. Good plan. But to me, that's just a variation of buy and hold. Yeah, I'll give you that one. Yeah. Silver Trucker. Buy and hold. Will sell bullion if it goes very high. And I think I will do the same. We talk about the ranges. You know, I think if we get up in the 2021 range, I will liquidate a portion of my bullion, because I've yet to see us pierce that range, but only a portion, not all of it, because you don't want to sell at 20 and then have silver go on to, you know, 85. If you study, oh my gosh, I think Belang, or one of the really great, you know, YouTubers, did a video on what happens in hyperinflation. A lot of people cash out on the first move, and then the silver continues to go up. And don't think that silver couldn't go to 100 or 200 or 300. That is what happens when our currency, our fiat currency, starts to become worthless. It will happen eventually. I'm not saying it'll happen while the dollar is strong, but when the dollar gets weak, you watch what hyperinflation will do to the price of gold and silver. So don't dump it all out just on the first move. Yago, hi Yago, how you doing? I got an email from you recently, but I thought maybe it was spam. I wasn't quite sure. If you would email me again, I'll respond. I have been buy and hold, but will sell bullion when it goes high. Laugh out loud. Maybe never, right, buddy? Silver hustling 13. Both. Buy, hold some pieces, churn and burn some pieces so I can buy and hold. I guess that number as well. I can guess to that number as well. Preach. Thank you, bud. Silver Hawk. Buy and hold for the foundation, churn and burn for hot new coins. Yeah, you know, I stack the bullion for the foundation as well. Spanish silver. As Coleman says at the end of Trading Places, can't we have both? Extra prima good. Yeah, for sure. The Farkas. Great channel. Buy, hold for me, Louie. I'll sell if I really need the dollars, but not often. And yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way. It is a forced savings account. Of course, when you sell, when you really need the dollars, means you lose, right? So the stuff that I sell slow and steady, and if people don't pay the price, I generally don't sell it. I've never ever done a fire sale. But, you know, I've been lucky. I haven't, you know, ever run out of cash or been, you know, unemployed. So shit happens, I know. Sheffield, EPNS, Stephen Heath. Oh, hi, Stephen. I didn't realize that you were Stephen. Buy and hold, without a doubt. Absolutely. And in the UK, man, they screw you guys coming and going. So I totally get that. You know what you should do? You should buy and hold your entire life. And then when you get ready to sell, come on over to the US. Steve Rice, buy and hold. I do occasionally trade. We'll give you buy and hold then. Vulcan, well, what a great channel. Vulcan's doing live streams now, so check them out. What Vessel said, buy and hold, buy and melt, and make beautiful, beautiful silver pieces. If you don't have a piece from Vessel, go over there and get some. I'd type BH, but the silver I get goes into the whip and the dish, and I sell it. Silver artist. Hey, Christopher, are you only making snakes, or are you going to make something else? Let us know. Tim Maybanks, I like to hold my wealth. Buy and hold. Yes, sir. Carco, buy and hold for the last 60 years. Though in a few years, I'll probably start selling the more unique items because have no one to leave them to that would appreciate their value. Yeah, man. That's the deal. That's the deal. People still look at my silver and, you know, they say, oh, that's cool, and then they walk over and get a grilled cheese sandwich. It's like you don't want that stuff to go to people that don't appreciate it. Silver Saver. I am a buy and hold for sure. I still have to learn to flip, but I will not hesitate to sell portions of my stack if there is a need. So I continue to save every month, regardless of market returns. Thanks for this discussion. I'm curious to find out how many of your subscribers are like me. Vast majority, Silver Saver. AG Coin. Buy and hold, and sometimes churn and burn. Okay. Fire Cajun 9262. Buy and hold, stacking and packing. You're with the group. Silver Mac. I'm buy and hold for now. We shall see what the future holds, though. It's hard for me to let my poured pieces go. Yeah, me too, Mac. You know what? I always find it hard. I know some people, you know, look at pouring silver as a business, you know, and honestly, those are the successful people that do that. I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to not keep a piece of my poured silver. When I was pouring, you know, heavily, I would make runs of 10, but I would always keep one. And I still do that today. I always keep one for myself. Yet other people who pour silver and sell it and do really, really well doing that don't keep an ounce. Matter of fact, later on they say, somebody, hey, show that piece because I don't know what it looks like anymore. So I guess that's the difference between people that are running a business and people that are running a hobby. So at some point I think we have to acknowledge which we are. And I guess I'm a hobbyist. Maybe you are too. But someday if you get serious about it, you're going to have to let them go, because that's a lot of money in inventory. I don't even know what to do with all the ounces. Let's see. Silver-eyed stacker. Buy and hold and churn and burn. Buy and hold some, churn and burn the big lows and highs with some. So playing the swing trade, right? That way I'm making money and protected no matter what. I always buy low and quit buying at a certain dollar amount. Yeah. For example, I buy silver is less than 18, buy gold is less than 1350, and buy platinum is less than 1,000. I'm buying the crap out of all three right now, going just as fast as financially smart. Well, you must have been stacking for a long time because those are fairly high prices. You know, people, I think, set their own limits. If you've been stacking for 10 years, you've seen silver at 50, right? If you've been stacking in earnest for 5 years, like me, the high's been 22. You know, I would say silver under 15 is cheap, maybe under 16, and gold under 1,200. But we all have our different marks, and in the end, it's not going to matter. You know, it's going up from here. I mean, there was a day when, not that long ago, when silver was 8, it was 6, it was 5. I mean, in your lifetimes, even if you are just learning to drive, right? I mean, so it's coming. Interesting comment. Gary H., buy and hold. Big Bomber Stacker, buy and hold. Veteran Stacker, I'm the buy, hold, pay kids allowance, repeat. Yeah, very cool. Do you pay the kids in silver? I noticed some of the first responders on this video were buy and holds. I think people are proud of that. Buy and hold, very little selling. From Tori Shanky. Glenn Warwick, buy and hold. Chris Garner, I'm buy and hold with silver and other coins. I don't just buy bullion coins, but numismatic coins as well. Nice to see another collector. I don't stack by weight, but I am building what I call a little stack of a few tubes of government-minted bullion, like maple leafs and ASEs. Well, that's a good plan, of course. And I'm a collector as well, and I also collect numismatics. And, you know, I don't know a lot of people that do stacking and numismatics. And that's I don't know why you wouldn't, right? I buy and hold bullion. I mostly, oh gosh, I don't want to get too long-winded here, but I have my numismatics as well, because honestly, those are going to outperform everything. You get good quality numismatics. Katie bar the door, man. That stuff, unless we go into a zombie apocalypse, that stuff is going to probably do better than bullion. Jose Varela, buy and hold. JT Main, buy and hold so far. Yeah, man, things change, don't they? Silver Surfer, buy and hold. Silver Bean, churn and burn. Mellow Stacker, buy and hold. Silver Legion, buy and hold. John RMS, buy and hold, and he's also a silver pourer. Get over there and see his work. James Hopkins, buy and hold. David Argento, buy and hold. Well, now, David, I always thought you were a flipper. That's interesting, because you really buy some bitchin' coins. So, man, he's got some collection, David. You guys, if you don't know him, go check out his videos. He's very, very humble about what he buys and but really great collection. And I always thought you were a seller. Richard Simpson, buy and hold, and then hang upside down like a bat. All is one now, buy and hold. Michael Kahn, buy. Oh my God, this is going so long, I had to go get another cup of coffee. Hold on one second. Sorry. All right, let me keep going. We're almost done. Okay, Vic Gonzalez, Churn and Burn. Metal Man, Churn and Burn, and I believe that is the end of the list. Wow, that took a long time. So thank you so much for participating. I really appreciate you guys chiming in, and it's really good to get to know you better and to let the other members of the community know you as well. Fantastic subject, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for sticking around to the end. You guys are the best. Okay, Louie signing out. Bye now.